Welcome to the Wichita Eldercare channel, brought to you by Stan Webb, Principal for Dreamcatcher Wealth Management. Today's guest is Annette Graham, Executive Director with the Central Plains Area Agency on Aging.
Hi, we're here with Annette Graham with the Central Plains Area Agency on Aging. Thank you for being here. You're also the Executive Director, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Tell us a little bit about the agency. What does it do here in the Wichita area?
So the Central Plains Area Agency on Aging is one of 11 agencies in the state of Kansas that receive state and federal funding and local dollars to provide services, information, advocacy, and education for seniors and caregivers across the state of Kansas. We serve a tri-county area of Butler, Harvey, and Sedgwick counties.
Wow, sounds like you really do a lot.
We do a lot. We cover lots of different areas, all the way from advocacy to education to caregiving to housing to in-home services to nutrition and more.
and more. Wow,
Yes.
That's great. And you're located here in Wichita?
Yes, we're at 2622 West Central, the old Riverside Hospital building.
Okay, and who would be a typical person that would reach out to your agency?
We serve seniors age 60 and older who are needing information or services to help them remain in the community. We also serve caregivers, so anybody that's helping with their older relatives or loved one or neighbors that needs information or resources. So it's kind of a wide variety of populations that we serve.
Well, because I know that, I'm heavily involved in working with seniors and have been for almost 3 decades. And, there's just not that many places or organizations that help the caregivers. Not the ones that necessarily that are receiving the care, but the ones that are helping give the care, because at least what I've seen, I don't know if you would agree or not, but a lot of times it starts out with family members or loved ones are trying to give care.
Yes, that we are unique in that aspect, and really the caregivers are such a vital piece of serving and helping seniors and our family members stay in the community. About 80% of the care in our country is provided by caregivers. So several years ago that was identified as a great population and service target to help those caregivers help their family members stay at home and in the community, and they needed support to be able to do that.
Yeah, I think most everyone wants to stay at home as long as they can.
Yes, that's very true.
They want to because they just want to, that's home, but also for financial reasons.
Yes, it is a combination of both, but that's where we all want to be, at home, pretty much.
Yeah, that's really true. Now, I see that you also, help with transportation. That can be a huge need, right?
Yes, that is one of the largest needs we see is for transportation. So as people stay in the community and outlive maybe their ability to drive, or they're no longer functionally able to due to health reasons or mobility issues, that is a big issue. So we do help people. If they contact us, we can help them kind of identify what their needs are and see what resources out there exist. So are there community programs, are there funding sources, and then we can actually help schedule the ride and help get them those rides to those critical appointments like doctor's appointments, medical care, and some shopping.
Oh, wow. Well, wouldn't you say that that's something that's fairly unique in the area, is being able to have, you're almost like a one-stop shop for where do I start? Would that be accurate?
Yes, that is. That's one of our roles as an area agency on aging, is to provide that overall information, assistance, and referral. So for a variety of needs for in long-term care supports and services, we have a call center. Its number is 1-855 200-2372. So whatever issues a person or their caregiver is facing, they can contact that number, and we have skilled staff that are available to help them kind of sort through what their issues are, what the needs are, and then to find those appropriate resources and refer them and connect them. And for transportation, this really is very unique because it's a one-stop shop. We can help you figure out what types of resources, what you might be eligible for, and then help connect you to that ride.
Right, and I think that's such an important need, because many people really don't know where to start. And, I think that's one of the most important steps. It's to find where do I start, and then I don't have $1 million in my pocket. How am I going to pay for this?
That is definitely what we see on a daily basis, that people don't know where to start. They start seeing some issues. They might need some help in the home. They might need help with transportation or with nutrition, meal programs, with caregiving, with shopping, whatever. And people don't know where to start. Oftentimes what they know is the Meals on Wheels programs and the nursing homes, but they don't know that wide, vast array of services that's available in the community. So that's our role, and our unique function is to be that objective provider of information, but to help people identify what their needs are, because they don't even know what questions to ask. So we can work with that person and kind of ask them questions and delve further into what are the issues, what are the limitations, what are the needs, and then help them think through what they really need to help them remain in the community and as independent for as long as possible.
Well, so I guess it might be accurate to say then, if someone had a question because they thought they had a need or their loved one has a need, their first place might be just to get information and get good, let's just say objective information, might be to contact you guys, right?
Yes, that is, again, that's one of our specialties, and that really makes us unique, is that my staff at the call center, we have a call center, that's their job, is to know the vast array of resources, be that housing, transportation, in-home services, housing options, assisted living facilities, retirement homes, nursing homes, medical care, kind of caregiving resources, SHIC counseling for Medicare counseling, helping people to understand Medicare options and those issues, volunteer opportunities, education resources. We have a lending library. We also work with home maintenance and home modifications. That's another big issue. As people age, they need often some assistance and ideas about how to modify their house so they can continue to live in it.
Wow, that is a lot. Now, if someone comes to mind, could you think of a story of just maybe someone that your agency just recently helped, or something that someone that had special needs that you guys were able to do?
So an adult daughter contacted our office, and her mother had just had a new health diagnosis, was in the hospital, and was needing to get placed outside, getting some kind of services arranged. So she was thinking mother needed a nursing home. That's what she was hearing because of the change in her functional abilities. So we were able to talk with the daughter and talk with her about the various options. And she was able to find that she could actually bring mom back home where mom wanted to be and where daughter really wanted her to be. But we were able to get her some in-home services, get arrangements for home-delivered meals, get her some assistance with some home modifications so she could get in and out of the house, and also to help hook her up with some medical equipment. So she needed some medical equipment, and there's some places in our community that actually do loan of that kind of equipment. So she was able to really have a much different outcome than she originally thought she would, because she was now able to find out those resources in the community that she was able to access.
Right. Well, I'd say that's a much different outcome, and probably a much better outcome than she and the family was thinking of. So that's a great service. So I guess if someone in the Wichita area, Tri-County area, that's over 60 that needs help, or their loved ones that age or needs help, they should reach out to at least gain some information from your agency. And how would they go about contacting you again?
So our phone number for the toll-free number is 1-855-200-2372. That will get you into that skilled person. We're 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, but if you leave a message after hours, we will contact you. We also have a website, www.cpaa.org. So those are great ways. Or our address is 2622 West Central. We're on 5th floor, and people can walk in and we can help them that way too.
Thank you so much. We've been here with Annette Graham, who's the Executive Director. Thank you so much for your time and the information on the agency.
Thank you.